In a very sad historical trend, many people in Western countries have been convinced that vaccines cause autism. This is a serious problem, because even though this belief is very false, it's not true at all, it has scared millions of people away from vaccinating their children. And as a result, these unvaccinated children are much more at risk for preventable diseases. Diseases that we once thought were almost eliminated, like measles, are now having a comeback, because there's a growing population of susceptible children that the pathogens can infect. This is quickly becoming a public health crisis, as there are emergent outbreaks in many places across the Western world. The truly frustrating part about this is that this whole anti-vaccine fear-mongering trend only started when a single bogus study was published, based on bad data with bad research techniques by an unscrupulous researcher with a bad reputation. The study was quickly retracted because, in a word, it was bullshit, but the damage was already done. And now, apparently, it's acceptable to put your children at risk of preventable diseases because reasons. On this note, I want to tell you about a massive study that was recently published in the journal Annals of Internal Medicine. The study is relatively straightforward. They wanted to test the hypothesis that the MMR vaccine causes autism. The MMR vaccine protects against measles, mumps, and rubella, which are some of the classic diseases of yesteryear, but they've seen a recent resurgence thanks to all of these anti-vaxxers. Anyways, this study examined over 657,000 children born between the years 1999 and 2010, which makes it, quote, by far the largest single study to date and adds significantly to our knowledge on the issue, unquote. The researchers tracked the health of the children and also analyzed the age of their parents, any autism diagnoses and siblings, and any birth complications like premature birth or low birth weight. More than 95% of the children received the MMR vaccine, which is more than 618,000 children, so the sample size is massive. Of all of these children in the study, all of them, not just the ones that were vaccinated, of all of them, 6,517 developed autism, and this is around 1% of the total study population. Here's a passage from the conclusion of the paper. The study strongly supports that MMR vaccination does not increase the risk for autism, does not trigger autism in susceptible children, and is not associated with clustering of autism cases after vaccination, unquote. One of the critical details of this study is that they included children who were at risk of developing autism. There are known factors that do influence this risk, like the age of the parents at conception, with older parents generally putting their child at higher risk of having autism. But there's other risk factors, like having older siblings with autism. And so the researchers took all of these symptoms, all of these risks into consideration. And so, their very comprehensive results show that there is no relationship between the MMR vaccine and autism. None. And if this doesn't convince you, listen to Dr. Paul Offit, director of the Vaccine Education Center at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Dr. Offit said, quote, "At this point, you've had 17 previous studies done in 7 countries, 3 different continents, involving hundreds of thousands of children. I think it's fair to say the truth has emerged," unquote. The clear and undeniable truth of which he speaks is that vaccines don't cause autism.